Depending on your dog's character and personality, socialization can be tricky business for a guardian. First impressions count, so we need to know what to avoid when introducing two dogs for the first time. To do so, AnimalWised explains 6 common mistakes when introducing two dogs. Being nervous. If your dog has shown reactive behaviours in the past, such as problems when relating to other dogs or fighting, it's normal to be afraid it will happen again. This insecurity on your part can be represented by your body language and behaviour when other dogs approach yours. Although understandable behaviour, it's counterproductive. Holding the leash too tightly, changing the tone of your voice, or generally acting nervous can put them on high alert and lead to a more intense reaction. Holding the leash too close. When guardians don't feel safe or are worried about their dog's behaviour, they often hold the leash too tightly and too close. This means the dog is often pulled away from the other. Such tension on the leash can be a trigger for a fight between the two dogs. This is because it doesn't afford them the freedom to interact how they wish, and they can sense danger from the situation. This sense of danger is heightened when the dog is wearing a choke collar or some other uncomfortable restraint, which makes them feel bound and repressed. Releasing the dog without obedience training. When you walk your dog without a leash, it's important you take them to an area where there are no other dogs around. In case some do appear, you may need to employ obedience training commands such as calling them to come to you. Although your dog may be friendly and sociable, you can't be sure of other dogs, guardians and situations, especially if other dogs are in the process of being trained. Calling them to return is important for their safety. For related obedience training, our first info video shows you how to teach a dog to sit. Being over-reliant on the dog park. When it comes to interactions with other dogs, quality is more important than quantity. Taking your dog to specialised dog parks every day can be counterproductive. It's a limited space where a large number of dogs of all ages, sizes and temperaments can come together. Dogs will often tend to crowd the entrance of dog parks when they think someone is going to enter with a new dog. For this reason, there's often a lot of tension in the air between the dogs. This tension can easily be broken by a dog taking their play too far or even starting a fight with other dogs. Overprotecting the dog. Something that happens very often, especially with small dogs, is that the guardians fear other dogs could harm them. The guardians may pick up their little canine or roughly separate them from other animals to avoid interaction. By doing this, the dog may mistakenly learn that other dogs are a threat and may develop subsequent behavioural problems derived from fear and insecurity. Introducing the dog too quickly. Likely due to a lack of information, puppies can be introduced to others too quickly. This happens with no real training or assessment beforehand. When we adopt a new dog into a home with other dogs, it's essential to make an initial introduction in neutral territory in order to avoid a dispute. Discover how to make this introduction in the next info video we share. This is especially important when the new member is a puppy. In addition to affecting the relationship with their new housemate, it influences their socialization. If you want to continue learning about canine education, don't miss the playlist we share here. Share a comment with any mistakes you'd like to add, and we'll see you next time.